Star Wars The Force Awakens is finally here after months and months and months and months of waiting. After all the trailers, all the big news, all the revelations, we finally have Star Wars Episode 7 The Force Awakens. It hit theaters this past weekend, and it's hard to talk about, honestly. This is going to be a spoiler-free review because I know there's people who still haven't seen it, and for those people, what's wrong with you? Get to it. Go see this movie right now because it's just that awesome. Naturally, I'm going to keep everything spoiler-free. And that's actually the problem I'm having with this review. Because in order for me to give a basic summary, there's certain plot points that are spoilers, so it's really hard to talk about the plot of the movie without talking about spoilers or certain plot points that are later revealed. So let's see what I can talk about. Okay, so from the very first shot in the movie, there's this familiar shot, kind of like Episode 4, of like Star Destroyer, and you see a bunch of troopers going down to this planet called Jakku to do some things, and, well, they're the Empire right now. Or rather what we call the First Order. Yeah, it's a new bad guy. And you have a new bunch of good guys called the Resistance, so another good versus bad type of feel going on. Though you probably saw that from the trailers. And in this movie we have new characters, including Finn, played by John Boyega, Rey, played by Daisy Ridley, and Poe, played by Oscar Isaac. Now, all three of these characters come from different backgrounds. You have Finn, who's a stormtrooper. You have Rey, who's just a regular person, and Poe, who's a pilot. And regarding them, that's pretty much all I can say. Everyone knows Han and Leia and Luke and the original actors are in this movie, right? I feel like that's not a spoiler because if you've seen the trailers, you probably already know this. You probably hinted it. You don't know how much they're in the movie or what parts they play, but they're there, so yeah, they're there and they do their parts well. Well, everyone acting in this movie does their part well. And so you have the basic conflict. Now, what I liked about this movie is that it pretty much gets straight to the point right away within the first 10 minutes or 5 minutes. You know exactly what you need to know right off the bat. Unlike the prequels or Phantom Menace where you're a little confused. There's a lot of good action in this movie too. Like the fight scenes or any action scenes are awesome. They actually feel real too. Like I know some of it is CGI, but they actually feel like they put some work into this. But what really sells the movie to me, what really gets the movie sold, is the nostalgia factor in it. Come on, there's absolutely no way you can have a Star Wars movie and not have references to the other 6 movies. There's nostalgia all throughout the movie. And it's not like it's beating you over the head with it, like, oh my god, look, Star Wars this happened, that happened. No, it's actually very nicely drawn and nicely laid out. And yes, it is actually familiar in a lot of places. You will definitely recognize some scenes and some events and some things the way they play out and some plot points. You'll definitely recognize it. It's undeniably Star Wars. And it works perfectly as far as I'm concerned. Older fans will love it. Now, there's a lot of emotional moments in this movie, too. Surprising amount of emotional moments. These moments actually really kind of click with the audience, like really click. Like, I actually feel what this person's feeling, and I can actually see it in their face. There's one moment in the movie, one particular moment that really may not sell that well with the audience. They really might not like it, not for lack of trying, but it's just something that may get them cringing. You'll know what it is when you see it, if you see the movie. You'll definitely know it. It's hard to miss. But towards the end, there's also another moment that just kind of hits you in your heart. It really kind of speaks to you and really makes you feel like, yes, this is where shit gets real. This is where shit gets good. And those are sprinkled all throughout the film, too. Like, you definitely feel some emotional connection to the film and the characters and everything that happens in between. Guys, I had a phenomenal time with this movie. I had been waiting so long to see it, nearly a year, and it's finally here. And it delivered. The acting was incredible, the characters were incredible, the action was terrific, the nostalgia is very much appreciated. The ending is actually pretty good. Obviously, I think everybody's probably figured it out. There will be more movies in the future if you haven't read already, because, well, there's the original trilogy, the prequels, and, well, there'll be a new trilogy here, so, yeah, it's pretty obvious. I don't think I'm spoiling anything when I say that. But in the end, I will say, for this movie gets the highest rating. This movie gets a diamond ribbon rating. My old toys agree with me on that. See, I've had these action figures since, like, the late 90s. things have been hanging around a long time. Anyway, I'm not just saying that just because of nostalgia factor, but a whole mix of other things to make this movie just as close to perfect as it can be, and a very good way for them to save the best movie for last at the end of this year. Okay, everybody, so Star Wars The Force Awakens, what did you think? Did you like it? Did you dislike it? Whatever you think, leave me a comment below and tell me how you feel. Also, don't forget to check out my Twitter at AsteroidMike. Don't forget to check out my blog. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Make sure you click on the link below or on the next page. And as always, I will see you around. Also, keep in mind, I will be doing a spoiler-filled review later on. So, for those of you who have already seen the movie and want to talk about it, wait no more, that's the video. So, I'll see you then.